Yes, you. Are you a worthless slob? Are you a lazy bum? Do you suffer from poor self-image? Do you need a bit of a boost to your ego and your sense of style? Are you as ugly, or heaven forbid, uglier than this fellow here? Are you just a drop-dead gorgeous woman with a rack that can stop a bull in its tracks that simply needs someplace to be? If you are any of these things and you need some direction in your life, it's time to get up, get pretty, and get yourself assigned to Zapp Brannigan's Spaceship of Love. Under the dedicated you can finally give yourself some purpose, being a part of Zapp Brannigan's crew. Your friends and family will be jealous, and most importantly, you will be sexified. Your training will be rigorous and intense, but very rewarding. You'll get to experience a new state-of-the-art training facility that only the world's biggest and strongest get to practice on. You will learn secrets about our own world, mystery that Brannigan himself has studied for years to solve. This is a woman. What is it used for? You'll get to travel the universe, meeting new people and creatures. You get to travel the universe, killing new people and creatures. But most importantly, you'll learn how to turn that geeky you into a sexy you. So don't delay and join the Brannigan Fellowship.
Welcome to Zapp Brannigan's Spaceship of Love. I'm sure many of you are wondering just what the hell is going to happen at this panel, so I'm here to tell you. This is going to be an audience interaction in-character panel with a format somewhat similar to that of a dating game show. We'll be randomly pulling up volunteers from the audience, one at a time, who will be sat down and given a mock job interview with Zapp Brannigan. Each participant will be asked 3 questions and will be assigned a spot on the ship according to the responses they give. However, unlike last year, we actually have a prize to give out at the end of the show, as well as one last final round for all contestants here today. Which means this is important. If you are chosen to come on stage, stick around until the end of the show. Secondly, at 2 points during the show, we are going to need 2 groups of 3 to be contestants on stage. A group of 3 males and a group of 3 females. We will be doing this twice, remember, so that means 4 groups total. If you are interested in this surprise we haven't planned, start talking to your friends now and get your groups ready. Now, there are a couple rules we need to keep in mind. First rule, there are no rules. Second rule, no whining. Third rule, the first rule is a lie. Fourth rule, this is the important rule. This channel is rated PG-14. Keep the language clean-ish. No harsh swears, and use as many double or triple entendres as you want. But make sure to keep them entendres. If you're unsure what you want to say is okay, ask yourself, would they get away with saying this on Futurama? Fifth rule, this is an in-character panel. Some characters aren't particularly nice, so if something is said or done that offends you, just remember it was done in jest. and there will be no malice intents behind it. Zapp Brannigan is a pervert. His eyes will wander, and he will be flirting nonstop. So girls, control your boyfriends. Lastly, get rid of your inhibitions and have fun.
And that's the show. Good night. You might remember me from last year. Of course you remember me from last year. I was the sexiest thing here last year. If you didn't witness it, you weren't at this convention. Don't worry about it, it's probably good. As you may recall, I recruited my last batch of crew members here. I thought it worked well, but as it turns out, timid nerdlingers do not make good astronauts. In fact, it was one of the worst decisions I have ever made in my life. However, it was also one of the funniest decisions I've ever made in my life. I have discovered new ways for people to die that I did not know was possible. Have you ever seen someone turned into a strand of spaghetti by being sucked out of a hull breach? I have. I want to see it again. But this year, I promised bigger and better things. We will get further than our own galaxy before getting sucked into a black hole. I guarantee it. We will get to explore those strange alien lands, and we'll get to slaughter those neutral alien bastards. This I promise you. But I require a promise in return. I need you, all of you, to promise me you will not let anyone ugly up on this stage. Where's my promise?
We promise! No promises. No promises.
If I'm going to be traveling the universe with you, I don't want any hairy neckbeard nerdlingers spouting Star Trek nonsense in my ears. That's not what space travel is about. It's about hot alien babes. Besides, we all know who the best Star Trek captain was. Captain Archer. But talk of space travel is the future. Right now, we have another voyage to make. The voyage to find out which one of you dorks is the sexiest, smartest, and most suitable dork. The best possible candidate to be on my ship. Of course, I'll take more than one of you, but you'll be the red shirts. Now then, if all the males in the audience would kindly get up and leave, we can get started. I'm being informed that legally we are to be a equal opportunity employer, so men, you got a lucky break this time. Everyone, welcome to Zapp Brannigan's Spaceship of Love. So, who out there wants to be a contestant? Well, fortunately for you, we already got 2 of the slots filled. I believe they were named Panty and Stocking. Could we have the Panty and Stocking that Kip talked to earlier come up? Well, come up on stage here. Well then, you must be Miss...
Stocking.
Stocking. It's very nice to meet you. Nice hair and all that. And you must be... I'm sorry, I was captivated by your beauty. Flowing. I'm sorry, you are...
Panty.
Panty. Very well. If you would mind getting down there with our other crew members, we can get this started. I'll get my eye on you. Right, so contestants, hands up. Miss Panty, Miss Stocking, if you would mind going and getting our first contestant. Just remember, the more vigorously you shake your hands, the least likely you are to pick you. Up here, you're not that drunk yet, are you? Take a seat, good sir. I believe we've met once before. You're going to survive, right? Do we need to have ambulance on standby or anything?
I can't make it. I can't make any promises, mate.
I'll keep that in mind. Oh, jeez. Well then, before we begin, may you please give us your name and current occupation?
Captain Jack Sparrow, professional street fighter.
All right then, Mr. Jack Sparrow. Your first question. As I'm sure you've heard, as I'm sure everyone has heard, one of my most famous exploits was when I defeated an army of killbots in the Octillion system by sending wave after wave of my own men into their sights. As you may recall, killbots have a set death limit, which, once they reach, they shut down. My tactic was genius and a shining example of how awesome I am. Apparently though, some wise guys said that there might have been other ways of dealing with the threat. Tell me, cadet, how might you have dealt with the situation if you were in my shoes back then?
I would have probably done the same thing, mate. Honestly, people are expendable, except women. Am I right?
I don't really think we need to ask the other questions, but we'll do it just to humor everybody. Under what circumstances would it be okay to lie to your sexy Commodore 64 Zapp Brannigan?
If only I was trying to get you in bed, darling.
Bet you didn't see that one coming. The rest of you don't get to see. All right, our last question. In great detail, show or explain how you might increase the morale of your squad.
Usually taking off my shirt sometimes works. Then I do the pants, and I put them back on.
We can't bump this up to a, MA rating just for this next bit, can we? I'll have to take your word for it. Well, Mr. Sparrow, it's been a pleasure. Stick around and we'll see what position on the ship you get. On the ship.
Can I take the captain's spot, please?
You're joking, I like that. Kiff, keep any knives out of reach of that guy. All right, and our next contestant. Let's see those hands again. Why is someone waving a gun around? You think that's going to help your case?
I got problems.
I ain't neutral!
I think I see a Sonic cosplayer back there waving her hands left and right. Yes, you, the... Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Sonic, that's a cute girl with... Yes. I'm being told that she's Yuna. Yes. Yuna, up, let's go.